Hey everybody, it's your boy Dono. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my beats that I put up actually for our podcast that we did maybe about some months or maybe even a year ago. But yeah, figure I'll just start off with something small, and then when we get to the more complex stuff. Thank you for those returning viewers. For the people who are new, I'm a music producer. I am here just to show you what I did, why I chose certain sound elements, and why certain things happen. I'm a musician. I've played since I was like 4 years old. But if you haven't already, I have a video talking about my background of that nature. Kind of go like a little bit more detail about that on the video. I'll probably have it maybe somewhere here or there. Or if not, it'll be in the link of the description. But yeah, so I know this is probably new to everybody. I know you didn't come here just to look at me. So we're gonna like just jump straight into it. So here, I named it Boise Challenge. Backstory behind that. I consider myself to be a part-time rapper. Well, if there's like a half of a part-time, I don't know what that word would be. But I'm really not a rapper at all. I struggle with words. It's even surprising to some people who actually know me. They'll probably be like, oh my gosh, he's actually speaking. But this is crazy. So right now, I named it Boise Challenge because me and my wife, we were playing around with the Boise app on her phone. She's an iPhone user. I'm not. Even though I got an Apple laptop, I don't know. It's like I'm slowly transitioning over, but I'm still Android all the way. So let me know if you're team Android or if you're team iPhone. I don't know. I think iPhone probably beat us by now, like 10 years ago probably. But anywho, it was a Boise Challenge. It's basically an app where you just pull up a song and you can sing to it, you can rap to it, and they have so many different genres of music. And it was pretty fun with me doing that. And I realized I wanted to do that, but I didn't have an iPhone at the time, so I wasn't able to do it. So I figured, I was like, I'm just gonna make one up, just go off how I felt about it. Like I said, the song is really not that long. It's probably maybe even like a minute and 20 seconds, but it's so many transitions, so many things that I did, and I'm just gonna jump into it. So for right here, I was actually just looking for just like an 808, and I'm still working on the sound, so I'm still trying to figure out how I want to, make it sound a little bit more clear. Sorry about that, guys. But so I started off with my 808. And this is what I got. Okay, so right here, for my 808s, what I like to do is I go to the envelope, and where it says delay, it's kind of like I kind of make it from like this weird little wave line into like it's a square, to where when you touch it and hold it, like you play it on the MIDI keyboard, you're able to like kind of hold the 808 as long as you want to. One of the presets I use, I kind of for some FL Studio tracks, I know different people have different effects for how they do certain things. Me personally, I try anything and everything to do it, just to make sure I can get like that bang to it. But for my 808s, this is what I use. I usually use Destructor, and what was the preset I was using? I think I used Subtle, and then I'll just start messing around with distortion. A lot of the times when you're doing this, now I understand to some people there's a perfect art to having like the right 808. But for me, it's not. It's based upon feeling. So if you feel like this is what you're looking for, obviously, it's based upon what the people like. You want to keep the listener's attention and make sure you capture a moment with them, because you create a memory with that. But that's what I did. And as far as like with my 808s, so I use that, and I use the compressor, and I just, I think I just, yeah. See, that's the blower, and I just have it turned down. Like I said, I did like a light mix on this. I really didn't do like a full in-depth mix, but this is what I got. So if you hear it, it'd be like. So I was just, so that's what I'm going for. And then I got my kick. Now for some kicks, you can clip it. You can do like the whole EQ part of it. My opinion, I like to just, for wherever I'm feeling at that moment, I like to try to keep it as natural as possible. And when I'm ready to go through the mixing part, which will probably be another episode of that, I'll show you how I do some of my kicks and some of the effects that comes along with that. So I have that, and like I said, I try to break them up into like different playlists. And that sound you hear, this is like a little ad-lib. Yeah, so I just put like a little reverb on that one. A reverb and a little bit of delay, just to kind of give it like that airy feeling. The feeling I was going for was kind of like some, I don't know, like, not trying to, I don't know. It was like I wanted to go for something like Southern. That's what like the 808s is kind of like big and heavy. And then I was also trying to go for something kind of like, I don't know, Travis Scott a little bit. I don't know. So that's why I had that. In my mind, I don't know what I be doing. I just try to go for it. Just go for broke sometimes. But so after I have my 808, so I'm going to do the 808 and with the kick. And then I just add my hi-hat and be like, simple. Simple. That's all you need. Just something to get a bounce. Get the shoulders moving. So you got that right there. Then my snare. Like I said, I try to keep it as natural as possible. As far as like when I'm creating, and then when I go back and listen to it, I'll mix it, and then I'll add like different presets. So you just want to like start off with something simple as far as like with your hi-hats. Like I said, some people, they have other ways and variations of doing it. Like I said, this is not the whole guru way of this is how you do this with one formula. It's based upon feeling. And you know, if I feel like I like it, I feel like more people will like it as well. So yeah, so that's all I have right there. And then I just add my 808 there. Now I understand, because we are part of the FL Studio community, there tends to be a lot of talk about using loops and using samples and cooking from scratch and all that stuff, whatever it means. My opinion is it's kind of like the PTO system. Like if you work for some companies, it can roll over to the next time. But for majority companies, it's usually use it or lose it. So if it's available, use it. You know, who knows? You could start off that way, and then you can go off the grid and start and make something totally different. Like that could just be like your inspiration. Because a lot of times when you're cooking from scratch, you kind of get locked out a little bit, and you know, the lack of inspiration and motivation to like keep it can be kind of hard at times. So I personally, I like using loops from other producers. Other times, you know, I'll do it myself. Like I'll create a whole song with nothing, just up here and just this computer. Other times I'll sample. I try to use royalty-free samples. I'm pretty sure you guys already caught up on the game with that. You have a lot of good people who talk about how to use samples and when is the right time to use it and all that stuff. I think we'll go over that another time. But so for this one, this is what I had. This is originally how it sounded before. And this is from the FK playlist. So I like that part. So that's what I did with that. And then when I got this, I just kind of like pitched it a little bit. So yeah, that's what I did. And then you just go here, EQ it, you know, and you just, however you see fit. Obviously, you don't want your subs to be all the way over here. If you do, you know, it'll take the bass out. Or if you know, if you have a predominant song to where your highs and your treble is, you know, like the more dominant thing, you want to try to not touch it as much. So like I said, I just try to keep it natural, try to keep it simple, try to keep it at a length to where it's like it's not too overbearing. So that's what I did for that. So that's what I start off with, and this is just the first part. I have this other sound right here too. So this sound was just kind of inspiring because I'm thinking of somebody walking in with a whole bunch of gold chains. You know, I don't know why. And actually, when I made this song, this is right around the time where we watched it was some scary movie. Well, it's not a scary movie. It's like suspenseful with Janelle Monáe. Annabella. Yeah, so this is how I would have did it if I was like actually over that one little part of the scene when she was riding on the horse to freedom. But yeah, I don't know if I'll probably get flagged for that. Hopefully I don't. But yeah. So that's my, I guess, Houston, Texas, what I was feeling at the time. And then we go up here. So you got that right there. Yeah. So now, when it comes to like certain like melodies and stuff like that, like I said, it's based upon feelings, it's based upon, you know, your interpretation of musical theory. Now, I can tell you now, I'm not a keyboard player, even though I may have sounds that kind of sound like I know what I'm talking about. A lot of times I do it from scratch. I will have another example of me kind of going into more detail about that. I've had other producer friends, other musicians kind of ask me, hey, like, was that you playing the keys? Like, no. I mean, yeah, but no, because I can do it myself. And plus, you know, if you have an ear to start off with, cool. Now, if you want to go to school to actually learn and actually see music, I think that's very beneficial. And I believe all musicians eventually should. You know, you don't want to get stale with just hearing because, you know, what if you get invited somewhere and you have to learn sheet music? You know, you just can't just be like, oh, well, I'll just go off a feeling. You know, the higher you go, the more disciplined you want to be. So that's what I did. So for this one, it was very easy. Like I said, it was kind of just based off of feeling. I used the GMS VST, and this is the lead feedbacker. I don't think I did anything like special with this. Like I said, I just really just EQ'd it, and I just try to take the bass out because I really want my 808s to kind of have like that lower end, my bass and then my kick. But so I really try to take that out because originally it was kind of fighting with my 808, so I really just wanted my 808 to like kind of dominate but not like overbear at the same time. So this is what I got. I'm gonna play it by itself. So then I got this right here. I think this is my yeah, my little bells. So I kind of wanted to, you know, just keep it something like bright, but still kind of have like the little bounce to it. So I'm gonna play that with the right here. So I try to, like I said, just try to keep them like separate. Like that's kind of like with panning. So that's what I did right there as far as that part. You know, you don't want them to be like kind of clashing with each other, even though they're kind of like at the same octave. So like I said, it's really just based upon like how you hear it. Because I know how you hear it is one thing, but how you actually play it on here could be totally different. And you know, you have to just be able to feel around and kind of like funnel through and just see like what actually works for you. So like I said, I have a lot of transitions and breaks. So yeah, I'm just gonna play it out, and this is my final result. So we're gonna get to it. So I'm gonna start it all over from the beginning. So like I said, my main thing for this one was really just kind of live my 808s through the talking and the bass line I had down here. So I think I'm gonna show that one too. Yeah, so. And for me, I love doubling up like my bass lines. I know some people, like there's a way to like create your own. But you know, I'm like, you know, sometimes when you're in a creative mode, unless you know how to do it, I think it's great. But if you don't waste your time trying to find that exact sound. Sometimes you just need to find something similar to it. And then when you're actually ready to like go into full depthness, then you can create that. So you don't want to lose that momentum. So that's what I did for this one. So I'm gonna play this part. Yeah. So originally all I had was just this part. Because at first I was gonna play this with my 808. But then I realized, I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to do that. I actually want to try to keep it, you know, kind of like more like movie suspenseful. So I was like, okay. It's dark. It's still like, it sounds bright, but it's like still kind of like dark. And I was like, that's what I kind of wanted to go for. So I was like, okay. And I was like, man, like what if I get like the so. And I can definitely say some of this is definitely credited to me watching Batman a lot. So, like, if you ever listen to the soundtracks to like, well, probably not the new Batman. I don't know what it's like, but the one with Christopher Nolan. Like, I don't know who the guy who did like the actual composing of it, but he did a great job. But yeah, so that's what I did. I just wanted to kind of give it like a movie feel. So like I said, I just merged. So yeah, kind of gives it like a healthy balance. So that's what I was kind of going for as far as like with the beginning. And I think that's pretty much everything I will probably want to go over. Like I said, it was very, very, very simple. Very simple. It's simple, but you know, thing is you want to try to keep it at a bare minimum, you know, especially when you have an artist. Keep it as minimum as possible, because you know sometimes we can overdo. Like I said, our job is to just catch the listener's attention. You don't want to take away from the actual artist. So, and yeah, we'll talk about that another time as well. Sometimes you just need to work with just a little bit. So yeah, that's what I got. And this is what I got right here. So. actually got that that ad lib right there. I got that one out of a pack that I no longer have no more, so I need to get that back. But yeah. You know, when you make something good, you still feel like that same excitement from when you actually just had just the first part of it. And every time I hear this, I still kind of get like the goosebumps when I first made it. This was definitely, it was just kind of inspiring me to, you know, kind of think outside the box and just try things I've always wanted to try. So, you know, don't be afraid, you know, that sometimes the sound that you have may not be the sound that's currently hot at the moment, you know. You got to be okay, you know, being able to stand alone. You never know how many people you can affect in a good way to be like, you know what, I actually like this, or you know what, I want to try something different, you know. You may just be that spark to be able to cause that change. So yeah, that was definitely what I was going for. In my mind, I wanted to be kind of more cinematic. Still kind of have like that trap element. Kind of definitely, like I said, have like that southern like swang a little bit. If that is a word, I don't know. but yeah, that's kind of what I have for this project right here. It maybe honestly, like, making this probably took about 35 minutes, no exaggeration, honestly. It didn't take that long. It was pretty cool. I would just say, you know, once you're done with something and you feel like, you know, you don't want to overdo it, I would say, my opinion. Just try to be comfortable with what you have and just try to move on from there. So I thank you for those who were able to watch it through the whole entirety of this video. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Comment down below if this is able to help you. If you haven't already, you can email me at dinam24@gmail.com. If you have any suggestions, if you want me to be able to hear anything out for you, anything of that nature, comment, whatever you need to do, just hit me up. I have all that stuff down below. Another video up next week, and I'm gonna show you a different genre, I guess. So yeah, we're not just gonna be trapping all day. We're gonna expand. You know, we want to be able to have a world sound. So thank you, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.